I'm your OBIEE trainer. Coming to myself, like I'm having overall 6 years of experience into OBIEE development as well as training too, and I'm working for a client, one of the major client, which is an sales related thing kind of project. Presently I'm into. Coming to OBIEE 11g, I started working with OBIEE 11g from the day one of its release, and happy to say you that like I worked on a project like which is the world's first 11g successful implementation. You both know about SQL, right? How we write logics and all. Okay. Here, one thing I can say, the OBIEE, from the OBIEE end, you are not going to write any SQLs, but the thing is like you are going to expect the logic and you are going to design the reports front end to display in such a format like it pulls the data from multiple tables and columns. Okay, and the sweetest part of OBIEE is very best capable of handling the SQL whichever database it is connecting, and it is going to showcase you the result what you are expecting. That means from the end user. Okay, that's the one thing. So you have a basic understanding like what is a data warehousing, right? You know what is data warehousing is, what is a warehouse database is.
No, Srikanth.
Okay, no problem. Here, coming to data warehousing, before I make you understand about OBIEE, first I will give you a basic idea what exactly is data warehousing. We will be hearing here and there, right? Like some people saying data warehousing. The thing is like, first I want to make you understand about OBIEE. Before that, like I'll make you some of the questions, give you a brief understanding about what exactly data warehousing. Have you heard about a word people saying like I'm working into data warehousing stream and all? Anytime?
What was that, Srikanth?
Oh yes.
Data warehousing. See, I'm saying. One second. Can you all able to view it? These are the few questions. Whoever comes in as a fresher for the OBIEE training, they'll have everything in there. Okay. So first I will make you understand what exactly a warehouse environment is. Okay. If I tell you a small word saying that iron warehouse. In general, we say that a place where we can store different types of right since from a long time, like big sheets or tables, whatever it is, rods, screws, nuts, etc. Right? Am I right? Can we call it iron warehouse like this?
That's correct, yes.
Giri, Naveen and Prasanna?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can say, right? A place where we store different types of collective iron materials at one place, that we can call it as an iron warehouse. In real time, people saying that we are working on data warehousing environment. Okay, data warehouse. Can we say this is a place where we store different types of data? That means data will be stored at one place, right? That is a database. Am I right? A data place which will be get stored with different types of data. Can I say this? Hello?
Yes, Srikanth.
Yeah. Reason why I'm saying, you can ask me a question. Shrikant, iron materials will have different types of shapes and all. How a data can be differentiated into different types? For that, I can give you a very best example. Let us assume we have an organization ABC, which is established in 1990. Okay. Till this year, it is 2014. Okay, what you will say if someone asks you when that organization is started, means you will say that, hey, it is a very good organization and it is having 14 years of history, right?
Yeah.
We'll say it is having 14 years of history. That means organization is started and it is been successfully running from past 14 years, so that there will be many kind of recruitments will be happen, and that organization is that company or organization is developing different types of products and it is having sales, everything, right? So this ABC organization, since it started, it will have different types of departments, right? Like HR department and marketing department, sales department, financial department. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, it will have different types of departments, definitely. So here each and every department will have a set of data, right? That means, like, I can say HR department will have all the details of employees and all. That means we call that one as HR data. And marketing department will have what are the different types of materials or something got marketed into the market and how the customers are responding. This kind of marketing data will be available. So we call that one as marketing data. And next it comes sales. How many products has been sold and what is the revenue generated in return, and all these things will be under sales, right? Sales data. And finance will have all the finance related data, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Now data got differentiated, right? So definitely whatever organization is starting, it will have different types of data depending upon the organization and their data storage. Okay. So where this organization will be stored, we know that it will be stored into a database. Okay. Let us assume in 1990 they have only availability. That means depending upon this department might be at different locations, right? Some departments can be in Bombay, some departments can be in Hyderabad, some departments can be in Pune, some departments can be in Chennai, like that, right?
Yeah.
It depends on the availability of the resources where they can establish that. Okay. Let us assume during the organization starting, HR data is stored into Oracle database. Why I am saying this is, in the beginning, organization is having availability of Oracle database. So it is stored into Oracle HR data, and marketing details they entered into Excel sheet. Excel is also a storage unit, right? Can we call it as an Excel is also a data storage?
Yeah.
Yes, we can enter the details, right? Hello.
Yes, Srikanth. Yes, absolutely.
And
Flat files.
some data they stored into a flat file. And financial data they stored into an SQL server. There are different databases, right? SQL server, DB2, like this, right? You all understood?
Yeah.
So, since from starting 1990, every year some amount of data will be added into each and every database, right? That means for every moment, like that means like suppose today we have sold one product of that organization to some customer, so that we'll be having that particular customer details, where he is from and what kind of product he purchased and what is the revenue generated on that, and in which date and which place, which time it got sold. Everything will be get feeded into the database, right?
Correct.
So every day we'll have some amount of data will be stored into each and every database, separately into each and every department, okay, depending upon the department requirement and the department working things, what it is going to have it into the database. Okay, now here it comes, till from 1990 till this year it is having 14 years, right? So let us assume there is an bulk content of data is added into database, each and every database. You understood, right? There is a huge content, some millions of data, right? Because every day if you started adding the things, it will be get expanded, right? That storage will be get expanded. Am I right?
Yes.
Now you understood, right, how a data will be differentiated and how a data will be stored into a normal database. You understood, right?
Yeah.
Now I will tell you what is the requirement of a warehouse environment in real time. So ABC is having different departments: HR, finance, marketing, sales, and having different database with bulk data. Now finally, whenever your organization wants to maintain this data over a long time, it will be difficult for them to maintain 4 different databases, right? Because they need to have an employees who knows to handle the data from Oracle database as well as SQL server, from the DB2, Excel sheet maintenance. Everything should be available, right? That means one employee cannot handle all the things, so that they will recruit different people from different spaces, and they will try to manage the things over a period. But if it is going beyond that, it will be difficult for them. Then organization comes here with a requirement. They want all the organization single database or multiple databases as per their requirements. Okay, that means if I move all HR, finance, marketing, sales into Oracle, now can you able to see like Oracle database is having all different types of data?
Yes.
You all understood, right? Prasanna, Naveen, and
Yes.
Giri?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Sriram.
Okay. Now we understood that this one we can call it as a warehouse database, right? This one we can call it as a warehouse database. To make it as a warehouse database in real time, what we will do? That is our question. That is your question, not my question, right?
Yep.
So in real time, we have a process in ETL. That one we call it as an ETL process in warehouse environment. Have you heard some people saying like we are working with the ETL tools, we are working with the reporting tools like this? Okay, this ETL process comes at that point. Okay, what exactly ETL process will do is it can extract the data and it can transfer and it can load the data into a single database or multiple databases. Okay, it can extract the data from any database and it will transform the data. Transform means while loading the data in the initial days, that data might be a very good data or it might be something like which is an unuseful data. That means unuseful data, we can say that that data will have some kind of structures which is not in a proper way. So that these people are, while doing the ETL process, I can give you a best example how they will estimate it is an unused data and which is an wanted data. Suppose in that organization, Giri, Naveen started working organization from 1990. In 2000, they left the organization. Okay, and in 2000, like in 2000, other guy who joined the same position and they started working. Okay, and there they were unable to like they don't want to use the data of the previous employees. Okay, they need to remove that, which is an unused data. You understand? Hello. Hello.
Yes, Sriram.
You all understood, right?
Yes.
What I'm saying?
Yes, Sriram.
Prasanna,
Yes. Yes.
Giri, Naveen.
Yeah, that's right, Sriram. Okay.
Yeah. So unused data will be like that. So they want to remove employees who are not active in the organization. That means employees who left the organization, they don't want the details. So they will remove that data and they will move only the wanted data into the warehouse database. That's what we call it as the cleansing of data in the ETL process. Actually, we are not the guys who are going to do that. ETL development guys will do apply that logic and they will do all those things there. Okay, that's what we call it as the ETL process. That's the reason we use ETL process. Once the ETL process is done, what will happen is, let us assume we have data in HR into Oracle database and finance into Excel database and marketing into SQL Server database. Okay, and we used ETL process and ETL process is done, and finally HR, marketing, finance, everything is stored under one single database, Oracle. You all understood?
Okay.
Okay, so our Oracle database, we can call it as an warehouse database. You understood, right? Here data will be available into the fact and dimension tables format. That I will explain you during our OBIEE training. Okay, Don't worry. Now, until this part, you understood, right? What is the data warehousing environment? How the data will be pushed into the warehouse environment? What's the need exactly we have in real time to do all this process, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now it comes reporting. Okay. So finally, we have this data in the database, but in an organization, you might have vice president or associate vice president, senior manager of finance department or HR or sales. They doesn't know actual SQL to run the query to the database and to pull the results from the database, right? They are not a technical guys. They cannot write all these things. Only thing what they can do, if they have an estimated sheet of what exactly revenues are on a particular product in previous month and this month comparatively, they can easily take a very quick business decision, right? They can very quickly take their business decision, like in order to improve their company sales or something else, whatever it is, right? So they need an visual representation of warehouse data into different views like charts, graphs, whatever it is. You understood, right? Like different types of charts and graphs. They want to view this data into visual representation formats like graphs and charts. Then exactly a reporting tool comes into life. To do this ETL process, we have different, to work with ETL process in real time, we have different tools like Informatica, Ab Initio, Teradata. Another one is Data Stage. Like this, there were different tools from different organizations, like Informatica from Informatica, Ab Initio, Data Staging, like this. Okay, and ETL process will be done using these tools. And coming to reporting, if you want to prepare a report, in ourselves, reporting tools will do extract data from multiple databases, and it can showcase the data into different formats. Okay, it can extract the data from multiple databases and it can showcase the data into different formats like charts, graphs, pivots, whatever end user is expecting. Okay, and coming to OBIEE, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition is also a reporting tool from Oracle. Now you understood, right, what exactly a reporting tool is, what we are going to learn. We are going to connect to the warehouse database using an OBIEE reporting tool, and we will use the data and we will make the data represent into different kinds of visualized formats. You all understood?
Okay. Will we be covering the ETL side also? As a part
No. In reporting tool, we will not have any access of doing with the ETL. ETL is a separate tool, Informatica. From there, you will learn entire ETL process.
Okay.
Reporting tool is a separate installation. I will show it to you now. Now you will understand.
Okay.
You all understand, right? Like what exactly data warehousing is.
Srikanth, I have a question. Like, do we need to have the knowledge of Informatica and the other warehousing tools, ETL tools?
No, not like that. I can tell you the real-time scenario, how it will happen. See, some projects will come with a requirement like they will have already ETL developed. That means the warehouse environment is available. In that scenario, they want their reporting should be developed on top of warehouse environment. Then they will recruit the guys, then they will get a project, work on the report development. Some projects will have even warehouse environment is not yet built. You understood, right? There is a need for them to cleanse the data. Then they will work with ETL as well as reporting. You understood, right? It depends on the project. We cannot say that like only ETL need to have a knowledge and reporting is not required, or reporting need to have a knowledge and ETL is not required. It depends on the project, but it is best like if you are choosing your reporting as your main end, because reporting is little bit I can say logically you can learn it fast. Okay, ETL tools like there were different tools, but best suggestion I'll suggest you go for Informatica. Even I work on both the things. I work with BA apps environment, both Informatica and OBIEE. In my machine you can see both the things. Informatica will be get installed as well as OBIEE. Informatica 9i we use for our project development, and OBIEE also. It depends on the project requirement, Naveen, Prasna and Giri. I cannot say like only reporting. It depends on, purely depends on the project requirement. And definitely each and every project will have set of guys who works basically onto the reporting and who works basically onto the ETL. And some people might work on the both the things, ETL and OBIEE. You understood?
So indirectly you mean like OBIEE doesn't alone get you the job. So you need to have the knowledge of Informatica or any other tool along with this, right?
See, you have an SQL knowledge, right? SQL and PLSQL knowledge.
Yeah.
That is the best of Informatica. It's more than Informatica, you know. What you write, the SQL, everything there in the Informatica is the same what you write directly onto the database. But here we have an options in Informatica tool to select that and to do the process. But normally you do the same thing with using your SQL and PLSQL logic. Suppose if I want a customer to be filtered, right? So what logic you write? Select the customer from so and so table where customer name is in so and so customers, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, Shrikant.
Yeah, then what happens? It will filter some of the customers which you are filtering. Using your Informatica also, at the back end you write the same logic. You understood?
Okay.
If you know SQL and PLSQL, it's very easy for you to learn Informatica.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. See here, I will show you, 1 second. I'll show you this, then you will understand. Until this part you understood, right, what exactly OBIEE is, how it will be get developed.
Yes, Shrikant.
See, can you all able to view it? When OBIEE comes into live. Can you all able to view it?
Yes.
Till this part, I explain you this, right? What is an ETL process? You can see ETL process extracting data from multiple databases, loading data into multiple databases. And this one will be the source for reporting tool. That is our OBIEE. You understood?
Yes, Shrikant.
Yeah. Now, I'll explain you. As a developer in OBIEE, we need to learn two things. One is RPD development, and other one is answers and dashboards. There were two parts of training. Okay, apart from administration, that means apart from installations, apart from configurations, apart from all these things, mainly there are two things. One is the RPD development and other one is the answers and dashboards. Okay, RPD development will be done in 3 layers. That one we call it as a repository development in 3 layers. One is physical layer, and second one is the business model and mapping layer, and third one is the physical layer. Can you able to view it? 3 layers. fiscal layer, business model and mapping layer, and presentation layer. Can you able to view it?
Yes.
Done.
Yeah. You can see 3 layers, right? So we will be learning in training how we will build with the fiscal layer, how we will do the business model and mapping layer, and what are the things we do in presentation layer. I'll just give you a overview. We are saying that we will connect to the warehouse database, right? From warehouse database, what we are going to do, we are going to try to import the tables and columns into the OBIEE environment, right? Once we started importing the things into the OBIEE environment, first it will be get imported into the fiscal layer. Once it got imported into the fiscal layer, this fiscal layer will be used and for making multiple joins on top of each and every table, and this will be moved into the business model and mapping layer. Once this is moved into the business model and mapping layer, this business model and mapping layer will be used for using your business logic. Suppose some hierarchy structures need to be built into the front end report, or some calculation measures need to be built, or some case statements, whatever it is required for the front end display of your data, that everything will be designed here in this business model and mapping layer. Once it is done, it will be moved into the presentation layer. Presentation layer will be the final representation of your tables and columns, which you are going to use it for your report development into the front end. So this presentation layer will be available for you into the front end application for building your reports into this kind of visualized format. Can you able to view it? Here you can see one chart and one table format. Can you all able to view it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see on the left hand side, you can see a chart which is showing with different types of products as well as names and when it got shipped, so that customer can easily know, right, what is the product which got shipped in which year and which month, what is the revenue, so that he can easily understand about what exactly happening at the organization and he can take a very quick business decision, right?
Yeah.
That's what a business intelligence will be, how it will be used in real time. You understood, right? These are things we will learn how do we build with this front end application and the back end logic also. You all understood?
Okay.
Giri?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. Naveen?
Yes, it also.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just have one question.
Yeah, Prasanna.
When you do, you said there's a physical layer, right? So OBIEE has a storage area also where it can store all the information.
No, actually, OBIEE will not store like database. Okay, it will just import the structures of the table. Okay. Data will be available at the database itself, but all the time it will be get connected through that database with the connection pool and the credentials of the database and the login credentials, everything OBIEE maintains here in the OBIEE environment. Okay, I'll just start.
So okay, one. So whenever there's a change in your database, so the data automatically gets transferred to your OBIEE.
Captured.
So it's pretty much a dynamic or not a static one.
No, it is a dynamic one.
Okay.
Whenever, see, I'll explain you my real-time scenario. Okay, I'm working for a client, Electronic Arts. You know EA, right? Gaming.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, where they will load so many data, so much of data every time, depending upon the each and every region, like EU, APAC, like all these data regions were there. Depending upon, they will load every day. That means ETL people will take care of data loading, because they are the authorized person to do that entire warehouse environment maintenance, right? They will load the data and they will update me. Data is loaded, you try to check at the OBIEE end. What I will do, I will check the reports. So automatically, yesterday if it is with 20 records, today they will say like data is loaded, please check. It might be 25 records or it might be less than 20 records. It depending upon the data loaded at the database. You understood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that, all the time data will be captured dynamically. OBIEE will not hide or restrict any data from the database. It will try to pull. If you want to filter some customer names or something, front end you can filter and you can apply the things for whatever you want. That I will show you. Just a second. You all can view here, right? I am showcasing you my screen and I am starting my OBIEE services. If you just give me 5 minutes, it will be get started, all the services, then I can show you a report to you. I'll prepare a small sample report and I'll show this to you. And our training will go for minimum 22 days, no doubt in that, because it might take some more time also. Understood, right?
So Shrikant,
So
while we are waiting for this thing to come up, the training, you know, how do you schedule it? Like, is it every day, every weekday, or how does it work?
No. It is every day. It is everyday training, Giri. You can see here, right, how we'll go with the things. Okay. First part till this first yellow line, you can see all the repository development. These are particularly related to the repository development, backend logics. These logics we need to learn how these logics will be applied in the backend, like Snowflake schema, star schema, creating calculation measures, hierarchies with level-based dimensions, and time series calculations, installation block. These are very important things which we do in the backend before developing the report. Once if you develop the backend, then we will go with the front end, like developing the reports, different types of views and graph properties and column selectors, view selectors. Everything we will learn it into the front end. In the last day of our training, I will make you understand about PI publisher reporting also in OBIEE. That means it's another kind of reporting which we will use it for specific kind of report developments. Okay, that reporting tool also I am going to make you introduce for your understanding, to make you understand about difference between the OBIEE reporting and the PI publisher reporting. You all understood, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So in this one, I don't see. I mean, installation. Will you be going over the installation or no?
Yeah. That's what I am saying. I have not mentioned installation here. Installation is also a part of training. Okay, it will take 3 days minimum of time to do installation from the scratch level, loopback adapter, logic changes, because we need to do some system config changes. All those things will be done during the training. I will guide you to download the software, and I will take access of your screens, and I will make you install on your machines. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Each and everything I will not teach you as a theoretical way. Okay. At the end of training, I am going to provide you, all of you, the documentation which you will have interview questions as well as the training practice documents. And for everyday session, I will make you as an organizer, so that you will be getting a recording privilege into your GoToMeeting. Once you click on that recording, your video file will be stored at your My Documents as a video file of today's session or tomorrow's session, whichever session you keep the recording. You understand? You can use it or you can play it anytime.
Okay.
So everyday session will be recorded as a video file for you.
So you have sessions every, like the 7-day week, Shrikant?
Mostly it will be 5-day week. Okay. It starts from your Monday. Okay. That will be
Monday
my Tuesday morning. Monday to Friday till my Saturday morning. Because on Sunday this Bigclasses will not be working, right? On Saturday and Sunday. That's why. Yeah. One thing I can say, once you finish this training, if someone comes to you and asks you what is about OBIEE, I can make you very confident in explaining them what exactly OBIEE is, what are the things we do with OBIEE, and how we will do work with OBIEE. But I cannot make you an expert in 1 month, but I'll be in touch base with you through mails, or you can call me at any time. I can guide you the best to explore the new things with the OBIEE. Okay?
So I mean, as part of this training, the project, or like, will we be going through actual project or real-time project, so that get some better understanding?
Yeah. For better understanding, what I will do, how I have explained you today, like we'll have an organization, what kind of requirement will comes in, how we will clear that requirement, right? In the same way, for each and every scenario, I'll take an example for you and I'm going to explain on top of that.
So what is the learning period for this OBIEE, Srikanth?
It's minimum 22 days it will take for us, because for installation is very typical for OBIEE. Okay, so installation will take long time, at least 3 to 4 days of training.
Can we take up a project after that, or like do we need some more time in practicing?
See, after you need to practice, because it's a tool, right? It's simply like I can say, if I give you an Excel sheet, you can do lot many things, right? Calculations, everything, right? We know Excel can store the data, but you can build the reports, dynamically changing reports with the Excel. That's how extensively it can be used. But the only thing, we need to know all the options, how we need to use it for as per the customer requirement, right? That comes when you started practicing, keeping with multiple things and multiple time practices. You understood, right?
Yeah.
I suggest you personally, like once you finish the training, you take at least 20 days, 25 days training will be going. In that time you are going to practice, and after that you take at least 20 days or 2 weeks of time to practice entire OBIEE. Okay? Then you will be familiar to answer the questions whatever the interviewer is asking you in the interview.
Okay.
You understood, right? That means if he says, that means you will be getting the terminology, what exactly he is trying to explain. You understand?
Right. So Srikanth, I was checking on the Oracle's website. They also have certification, right, for OBIEE?
Yeah.
Do you help with that? I mean, is there a material we can you provide or we can refer to for that?
I think I'm having some certification done. I think that also I'm going to send you an email. Don't worry. At the end of training, I'm going to send you that. Even I stored that one for my certification.
Okay.
Because I mean, especially the idea of having this training and go through that is to switch the role, right? And I think if we have the certification, that's going to help.
Definitely, I will help you. Don't worry.
Okay.
And,
now,
once we started with our training, I'll share my blog. You can add myself to you, yourself to my blog, so that if I post new things onto that blog, even you will be getting an update email. Okay?
Okay.
I just have one more question with regards to finding a job. Let me. How much of a past experience would an employer seek? As in, every employer would have certain things in mind. How much ever we go, these are anyway. The training is, we're going to use it as an artificial data, and the issues that we would face on implementing an OBIEE stack, it's different when you're working, for a client. So how much of a past experience would an employer look at as, if you want to?
Minimum experience he will look for 3 years.
Okay.
I'm talking about India. In India, there were plenty of openings. Which starts from 2.10 years of experience.
Okay. Okay. How about in the US?
US, it will be like minimum 4 years, I think. Like you see, comparatively, I can say in US you have very good opportunities when compared to India. The reason is all the projects will be developed at US, right? Most of the projects. Okay. All the on-site will be the US clients. Okay. They need to have person who knows about OBIEE. They are not experts or not, nothing is needed. The only thing, they want a guy who can handle the OBIEE. Reason is that guy can be monitoring the offshore. Everything work will be done from the offshore. We are the guys who develop everything. but on-site guys will monitor the things and make it run smoothly. You understand, right? So that if you have a good understanding about OBIEE, definitely they will recruit you. Even I have I have trained 300 plus students till now. I have seen more than 60% of people got placed into their OBIEE jobs. Okay, they all are saying that here in US we have plenty of openings. If a person knows OBIEE good knowledge, then they will recruit there and they will put in their projects. Until I have seen many people, they doesn't know anything about OBIEE, they got trained and they got placed and they have completed almost 3 contracts.
Okay.
So, okay, well, last one probably. No, like as part of this training, will you be covering like real-time issues, like what? I mean, if you know, maybe with the you are going to, right? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Everything I'm going to explain because I'm a real-time scenario. Like I'm working as a project lead, on multiple projects. So all the time I'm not only a trainer. I'm purely a developer. So that I'll be working with many kind of real-time scenarios itself. I cannot explain you in such a way how it's a practical kind of job. This will happen like this. I'll take it as an example and I'll try to explain it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
I hope you are good with the demo.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.